Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt like something just wasn't quite right? Maybe your legs feel a bit unsteady, your head's a little foggy, or you're just not as quick to get moving as you used to be. You sit on the edge of the bed, take a deep breath and think, well, I guess this is just what aging feels like. But let me tell you something. Just because we're getting older doesn't mean we have to start our days feeling stiff, slow, or drained. Mornings set the tone for your entire day, and especially after the age of 70, the way you begin your morning can either support your body and mind or slowly wear you down without you even realizing it. You might not even think twice about your routine, what you do when you first wake up, how you move, what you eat or drink, or even how quickly you try to do things. But some of these innocent-seeming habits can actually be doing more harm than good. So today, I want to gently walk you through 4 dangerous morning mistakes many people over 70 unknowingly make, and more importantly, how to avoid them. These aren't about scaring you, but empowering you. Because when you know that standing up too fast can cause a sudden drop in blood pressure, leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, or even a fall. It's called postural hypotension, and it's surprisingly common in seniors. Imagine this. You wake up, swing your legs over the side of the bed and stand up right away. But your body hasn't had a chance to adjust yet. Your blood rushes downward, your brain doesn't get enough oxygen for a moment, and suddenly everything goes black, or you lose your balance. One stumble can lead to a broken hip, a hospital stay, and months of recovery. So how do you avoid this? It's simple, really. When you wake up, give yourself a few moments. Sit up slowly. Take 3 or 4 deep breaths. Wiggle your toes, stretch your arms, maybe roll your shoulders a bit. Let your body catch up with your brain. Then, gently place your feet on the floor and wait a few seconds before standing. It's a small act of patience that can protect you from a major injury. And honestly, giving yourself that little bit of calm in the morning can be a peaceful way to ease into the day. Now, once you're up, it's tempting to head straight to the bathroom or kitchen without drinking anything first. And that brings us to the second big mistake: starting your day dehydrated. Believe it or not, most older adults wake up already mildly dehydrated. Our bodies naturally lose moisture while we sleep, through our breath, our skin, and even just from not drinking for 6 to 8 hours. And as we age, our sense of thirst becomes less accurate. We don't always feel thirsty, even when our bodies are craving water. You might think, but I don't feel dehydrated. That's exactly the problem. By the time you feel it, it's already affecting your energy, your focus, and even your digestion. Starting your day dehydrated can make you feel sluggish, tired, and foggy-headed. It can also lead to constipation, which many older adults struggle with already. Here's what I recommend. Keep a glass of water by your bedside. As soon as you sit up, before coffee, tea, or even brushing your teeth, take a few good sips. Nothing fancy. Just room temperature water is fine. This helps rehydrate your organs, get your blood flowing, and gently wake up your digestive system. It's like giving your body a warm hug to start the day. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I like to have my coffee first thing. And that's okay. Coffee has its place. But make sure you're also drinking water, not just caffeine. Because coffee is a diuretic, it can actually dehydrate you further if you're not balancing it out. Also, if you're someone who takes medications in the morning, water helps those pills go down more easily and work more effectively. So drinking that glass of water first thing does a lot more than quench your thirst. It sets your whole system in motion in a healthy, supportive way. Now that we've talked about how to get out of bed safely and how to rehydrate your body, there's one more subtle mistake that can quietly steal your strength over time. It's skipping breakfast, or worse, eating the wrong kind of breakfast. I know breakfast can be a bit of a hassle. Maybe you're not hungry first thing, or you just grab a piece of toast or skip it altogether. But here's the thing. After age 70, your body needs fuel more than ever. Overnight, Your body has been fasting. It's gone without food for 8, sometimes 10 hours. Skipping breakfast or eating something with no real nutrition, like just toast or sugary cereal, means your muscles don't get the protein they need. Your brain doesn't get the fuel it craves, and your metabolism stays sluggish. And let's be honest, when you don't eat a real breakfast, you're more likely to feel tired by mid-morning. Maybe you'll reach for snacks, or worse, you just power through on empty, and that puts strain on your body and your brain. So what should breakfast look like? You don't have to cook a full meal or spend an hour in the kitchen. Something simple like a boiled egg and half a banana, or a slice of whole grain toast with peanut butter, or even a small bowl of oatmeal with berries can do the trick. Try to include a bit of protein, a little healthy fat, and something fiber-rich. This helps stabilize your blood sugar, keeps your energy steady, and supports your muscles. And if you're not a morning eater, that's okay too. Just start small. A few bites of yogurt, a handful of nuts, or even a protein shake can gently ease your system into the day. It's not about stuffing yourself, it's about giving your body the building blocks it needs to thrive. So, to recap where we are, getting out of bed too quickly can lead to falls, not drinking water first thing can slow you down, and skipping breakfast, or eating the wrong kind, can leave you drained and weak. These might sound like small habits, but over time, they make a big difference. Now that we've covered those first few powerful changes you can make to your morning, let's keep going. Because there's one more morning habit that's quietly affecting your health in a way you might never have guessed. And that brings us to the fourth and final morning mistake that so many people over 70 make without even realizing it: not moving enough right after waking up. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't it safer to just take it slow in the morning? And yes, we already talked about not jumping out of bed too fast, but I'm not talking about rushing or overdoing it. I'm talking about the absence of gentle movement. What often happens is that after sitting on the edge of the bed for a moment, we slowly shuffle to the bathroom, maybe sit down with a cup of coffee, watch the news for a bit, and suddenly, it's been 2 hours, and we've barely moved. And while resting is important, especially as we get older, not getting our body in motion shortly after waking can have serious long-term effects. You see, our joints stiffen overnight. Our circulation slows. Our muscles are cold and tight. If we don't get things flowing soon after waking up, that stiffness starts to build up throughout the day. Our balance gets worse, our posture slumps, and it becomes harder and harder to feel confident on our feet. Think about it like this. Our bodies are kind of like an old car engine in the winter. You don't just start it and drive off. You warm it up gently, let the oil circulate, make sure everything's working. That's exactly what our muscles and joints need in the morning. And I'm not saying you have to start doing yoga at sunrise or go jogging around the block. No way. I'm talking about simple, gentle stretches or light movements you can do sitting right on your bed or even while making breakfast. For example, before you even stand up, try slowly circling your ankles a few times in each direction. Roll your wrists, stretch your arms over your head, and take a deep breath. Once you're standing, maybe march in place for a few seconds. Do a few shoulder rolls. If you have a chair nearby, try some gentle seated leg lifts or toe taps. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to get your blood flowing. And the benefit? Oh, it's powerful. Just 5 minutes of gentle movement in the morning can improve your balance, reduce joint stiffness, boost your energy, and even lift your mood. It's a signal to your body that the day has begun, and you're ready for it. Now, some folks say, I'll just move more later in the day. But let me ask you this. How many times has later turned into not at all? Life gets busy, energy dips, but those first few minutes of your day, that's your golden window. You're in control. And if you use that time to gently wake up your body, you'll feel the difference all day long. In fact, many seniors who start doing just a few simple stretches in the morning notice fewer aches and pains, more energy before lunch, and even better sleep at night. It's one of the smallest habits that creates one of the biggest results. Plus, you don't need any equipment, and you can do it in your pajamas. And here's something else I want you to know. None of this is about being perfect. It's not about becoming some fitness guru or changing your entire routine overnight. It's about noticing what your body needs and giving it just a little more attention, a little more love, especially in the morning. That's where your power lies. You see, your morning isn't just the start of your day, it's the foundation for your entire life. And when you take care of that first hour, everything else becomes easier. Your steps feel steadier. Your thoughts feel clearer. Your energy lasts longer. Even your mood gets a little lighter. Now, I know that change can feel hard sometimes. When you've been doing things the same way for years or decades, it might feel strange to suddenly slow down before getting out of bed, or to drink water first, or to stretch before breakfast. But here's the beautiful thing. You don't have to change everything at once. Just pick one. Maybe tomorrow morning you try sitting up slowly and waiting a few seconds before standing. Or maybe you put a glass of water by your bed tonight and sip it first thing. That's a win. That's you choosing your health. And if you forget or miss a day, that's okay too. Be gentle with yourself. Progress isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up again and again, even if it's just in small ways. Let me share something a woman named Margaret told me not long ago. She's 78, lives alone, and had a couple of falls last year that really shook her confidence. She said, "I used to get up and go straight to the kitchen. Then one morning I fainted and hit the floor hard. I didn't even know I had low blood pressure. After a hospital visit and a scary recovery, she started making just one change. She sat on the edge of her bed for a full minute before standing. Then she added the morning water. Then she added a stretch. Now she tells me she hasn't had a single dizzy spell in months, and she actually looks forward to waking up. Isn't that wonderful? That's the kind of difference we're talking about here. Small steps, big changes. So just to keep things fresh in your mind, first, be gentle when getting out of bed. Give your body a chance to adjust. Second, drink some water before anything else to rehydrate and jumpstart your energy. Third, nourish your body with a real breakfast, something that gives you fuel, not just filler. And finally, move a little. Get that body warm and flowing with just a few easy stretches or steps. Your bones, joints, and heart will thank you. We all deserve to feel strong, safe, and clear-headed each day we wake up. And no matter your age, it's never too late to improve how your day begins. In fact, your mornings might just become the part of the day you cherish the most. Now, as we start to wrap things up, there's something even deeper I want to share with you. Because yes, morning mistakes affect your body, but they can also influence how you feel emotionally. Confidence, happiness, independence, all of that is connected. And the more intentional you are with your mornings, the more empowered you become throughout the rest of the day. Let's keep going, because I have one more powerful insight to share with you, and it's all about how your morning mindset shapes your entire day. And here's where things really start to shift. Because beyond the physical habits, the water, the movement, the gentle wake-up, there's a silent morning mistake many people overlook, and it doesn't have to do with your body. It has to do with your mind. Let me ask you this. When you wake up in the morning, what's the very first thing that runs through your head? Is it something like, ugh, another day? Or maybe it's worry about your health, your bills, your family. Or perhaps it's just a dull emptiness, a kind of fog that makes you feel disconnected from purpose or joy. That, my friend, is what I call the mindset trap. And it's one of the most dangerous and most common morning mistakes people over 70 make. Not because they want to, not because they're negative people, but because over time, when routines stay the same and life gets quieter, it's easy to let the spark fade. And that spark, the sense of direction, of joy, of why I get out of bed, that's what keeps us alive, not just breathing, but truly living. You see, your morning mindset is like the compass that points your whole day in a certain direction. If you start your day with frustration, dread, or worry, it's hard to shake that off. It sticks with you like a heavy coat you didn't choose to wear. But if you start your morning with a sense of gratitude, hope, or intention, even just a tiny bit of it, it changes everything. Now I know this might sound a little abstract, so let me bring it down to earth. One of the simplest ways to avoid the morning mindset trap is by creating a tiny ritual, something you do each morning, that feeds your spirit. It doesn't have to be fancy. Maybe it's saying one thing you're grateful for while brushing your teeth. Maybe it's opening the curtains and taking a deep breath while looking outside. Maybe it's reading a short quote, or saying a little prayer, or writing one sentence in a notebook about something you're looking forward to. These small acts help rewire your brain. They shift your focus from what's missing to what matters. And when you make them part of your morning, they become armor. Gentle, beautiful armor that protects you from the stress and noise of the day ahead. And I'll tell you something you might not expect. This practice doesn't just lift your mood, it improves your health. Studies show that seniors who start their day with gratitude or purpose report lower levels of stress, fewer doctor visits, better sleep, and even improved memory. That's the power of the mind-body connection. When you feed your spirit, your body responds. A gentleman named Robert, who watches our channel, once emailed me something I'll never forget. He said, "I used to wake up and just feel nothing. The house was too quiet. The TV would go on, and that would be my company. But then I started writing down one reason I was glad to be alive. Just one line each morning. And I'll be honest, the first few days I struggled. But then it got easier. And now I feel like I'm waking up with a friend myself." You don't need a perfect life to feel good about waking up. You don't need everything to be going right. You just need something, some little light to guide you. And the beautiful part is, that light often comes from within you. Now, I want to be very honest here. Some mornings, you're going to wake up tired, cranky, maybe even in pain. That's real. That's life. But even on those days, especially on those days, you can take back just a bit of control by choosing your first thought, your first action, your first breath. Even just putting your hand over your heart and saying, "Today I am still here," and that means something, can shift everything. And you know what? These simple morning shifts, avoiding sudden movement, drinking water, stretching gently, nourishing your body, and choosing your mindset, they're not just tips. They're acts of self-respect, acts of love. They're ways of telling your body and your soul, "I still matter, I'm still living. And I'm going to treat myself like someone who deserves care, because you do." And let me say this from my heart. Growing older is not a decline. It's a refining. You've survived so much. You've loved, lost, learned, and kept going. That is no small thing. You deserve mornings that reflect that strength, not mornings filled with stiffness, fatigue, or despair. You deserve mornings that feel hopeful, even if they're quiet. So, as we come to the end of this conversation, let's take a moment to breathe. Breathe in the idea that your mornings don't have to look like they used to. They can be better. Breathe in the knowledge that small, simple changes can bring big results. And breathe in the truth that no matter where you are right now, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you are never too old, too late, or too far gone to make a positive change. You're still writing your story. And this morning, this very moment, can be a brand new chapter. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one small thing you'd like to change about your morning routine? Or maybe you've already made a shift that's helping you feel better. Share it. You never know who might read your words and feel inspired. And if this video spoke to you, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Make sure you're subscribed too, so you don't miss more tips like this, especially made for people just like you. Strong, wise, and still growing. Till next time, take care of yourself. You are important, you are loved, and you deserve to wake up each day feeling strong, steady, and full of purpose. Here's to brighter mornings and better days ahead, no matter your age.